We have our next author, Yarun. No link. It's like Yar Run. Yar Run. But it's all one word. That's how I see it. How it's like that's how I pronounce it. Yar Run. Yar Run. You know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. The Immobile Muse. Ooh, she immobile, hey? Because Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-3126 is to be held in a standard humanoid containment chamber inside 19 and should not be brought in contact with strong magnets outside of testing, including those found in most hard drives. Additionally, SCP-3126 requires daily deferoxamine injections to treat its iron overload. Addendum: in light of the recent suicide attempt, SCP-3126 is required to submit to psychiatric evaluations after any testing, along with mandatory weekly evaluations and antidepressants. Also, on the advice of the site psychologist, SCP-3126 is allowed a weekly allotment of painting supplies for art therapy purposes. Description: SCP-3126 is an African-American female, physically 23 years in age, 185 centimeters tall, and weighing 88 kilograms. It suffers from chronic iron overload, resulting in joint pain, hair loss, and depression, and it is estimated that the condition may result in liver failure within 10 years. Oh, god damn. The anomalous effect occurs when the subject is exposed to a magnetic field of 1 Tesla or higher. When exposed to a sufficiently powerful magnetic pole... My cousin doesn't respond. What's going on? Is he home now, or... When exposed to a sufficiently powerful magnetic pull, the subject's skin appears to transform into cast iron, with the effects expanding across the skin as long as the magnet remains within range. She becomes Colossus from the X-Men. Additionally, any muscles or joints under the affected area lose all mobility, resulting in complete immobility within a minute. The effect can be reversed by applying high salinity water to the metal surface. Yeah, already written down in my head here for the thumbnail. Which causes it to... The effect can be reversed by applying high salinity water to the metal surface, which causes the iron surface to rust and disintegrate within minutes, exposing human skin beneath it. When the transformation is reversed, SCP-3126 shows no symptoms of iron overload. Is that also the reason why she weighs quite a lot for her height? Well, not quite a lot, but like, she's heavier. She is 11 kilos heavier than I am. So that could also just be like how her body is. This process does not appear to cause SCP-3126 pain or injury, and all biological processes are paused while it is immobilized, allowing it to stay that way for an indefinite amount of time. However, researchers are advised to not leave SCP-3126 immobilized for long periods of time, as SCP-3126 reports being conscious while immobilized, and extended immobilization may aggravate its mental condition. Yeah, but don't. Can you imagine like just leaving her overnight like that? You're mental now. Bye. See you after the weekend. SCP-3126 was taken into SCP custody in 2010 based on reports of a transient woman with metal fingers in Los Angeles, California, being hospitalized for minor wounds after nearly being hit by a car. A field agent embedded in the hospital noted her anomalous properties and arranged for her to be extracted in the guise of transferring her to another facility. Later investigation connected her to a missing person case for a Gloria, age 21, from Boston from 1990. Select interview logs. Begin log 1. I feel for this lady. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, who knows how many times she transformed into like just metal and could not move until like somebody like, you know, put some water on her. Some salt water. I can care for her. Yeah, you can. And you can be friends with her. You can definitely be friends with her. You have full permission. Begin log. This interview took place within 48 hours of SCP-3126 arrival. The subject was still being treated for post-accident injuries and was therefore under the influence of heavy pain medication. Merriweather. Hello, my name is Dr. Merriweather. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about your condition? What is this place? I understand that the transition from the other hospital is a bit chaotic, but we'll get you settled in as soon as possible. There'll be time for explanations later. Wait, the sign on the van said Superior Care and Protection. SCP? Shows increased sense of alertness. You're a skipper. I thought you were a myth. Are the rumors true? You guys have code numbers for everything? Were you the ones who stole the nut shark? What the fucking hell is a nut shark? Wait. Hold on. Wait, I don't have that on my channel. But now I need to look it up. It feels like... Absence of shock. Oh my god. Absence of shock. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Man. No further questions. One moment, please. Mary requested additional personnel to be on hand before continuing the discussion. SCP-3126 proved to have little accurate information on the Foundation. However, SCP-3126 did make sparse connections to a number of odd-related SCPs, including SCP... That must be fucking wild. You catch an SCP and then like they start mentioning other SCPs that you apparently caught and they know about you, and you're like, wait, hold on, how the fuck? How do you know about us? Like you're not part of the TOYs, so how the hell do you know? Can you tell us how you came to acquire this anomaly? Blame my ex, Bellamy. 3 months into our relationship, she went into an art show with this guy who claimed to do portraits that would really show who someone is. Next thing you know, she's talking about exploits and manifestos and trying to save up for a trip to France for some ridiculous show. And she even sucked me in for a while, so obsessed with the cool... Yes, and it was from these artists that you learned the term skip, SCP-3126. You heard all sorts of stories back then. X-Files tapped government goons poking around their art studios. Snake cults kidnapping artists and brainwashing them. Paramilitary agents burning someone's collection. Lots of stories about you guys though. Everyone thought you worked for some crazy art collector or some sort of weird numerology cult. No one believed half of them, but when you're working outside of the law, snaring information is how you stayed safe. Interesting. Outdated information, perhaps what Green might find you useful. Now then, about the anomaly. It was her first real project. She heard about this homebrew ritual called the Touch of Mars and she thought it would be perfect. Some sophomoric nonsense about blurring lines in Uncanny Valley. And like the good girlfriend I was, I volunteered and I didn't think to ask what the ritual actually was. You're supposed to use this ancient amulet to trigger this transformation, but it turns out that literally any strong magnet will do the trick. Whether you want it or not. I used to be a programmer, now getting near a computer could freeze me for another 15 years. And how did you get from the programmer to transient? Since I couldn't get work anymore, I became her personal statue. She freed me and then loaned me to art exhibition. What? What do you mean? I mean, yeah, Serpent's Hand. Mechanic. Serpent's Hand is literally a snake cult. It's kind of funny how like often Serpent's Hand like, came up as a name and you never once react on the name. It was ridiculous. Passing me off as a different statue each time. It was ridiculous, but I paid, and she promised me that she'd find a way to undo the touch. But weeks turned into months, and being a statue started weighing on me. Hours and hours of having nothing to do but watch and think. Eventually, I told her I couldn't do it anymore. I had to quit, or I'd go insane. She finally convinced me for one more show. She took me to an art show that her and the other weird artists were staging. She put me in the pose, did the magnet thing, and then schmoozed me with her new friends for hours. But when the end of the show came, you know what they did? She She sold me. Auctioned me off to the highest bidder. I spent 15 years locked in some rich Hollywood fucker's mansion. Later identified as a film producer Don Harding. When I asked about SCP-3126, Harding showed no knowledge on its enormous nature and could provide no useful information about the auction, claiming it was forgettable. Wow, you had the statue for 15 years and you don't remember where you got it from or how it happened? If he wasn't stupid enough to try and bring me on a yacht, I'd still be there. Feeling my mind rust away and I didn't know what to do. I had nothing, and to catch up on 15 years and everything I knew was on the other side of the country. So I just existed. Scrounged around for what I could until I end up here. I see. Thank you, SCP-3126. This has been enlightening. Ooh. My god, I understand. Don't emotionally attach yourself to the anomaly. Don't do that. Blah blah blah. But my god, at least pretend that you like emotionally invested and that you care. Instead of being like, wow, that's crazy. I cannot believe you had to go through all that. Well, I hope we can help you out somehow. This has been very helpful information. You take a rest. Something like that. No, it's like, thank you, SCP-3126. This has been enlightening, and then walk away. Like, what are you talking about? Begin log 3, forward. After testing session in which SCP-3126 was immobilized for 6 hours, it got up the pen from research and attempted to pierce its own throat. The following was recorded shortly after, when SCP-3126 was under the influence of sedatives. I don't want to be out anymore. It used to be fun, you know? like we get together and change the world and show the stuck-up bastards how fucking wrong you were. I mean, what is a statue? Why the fuck can't I be one? It almost made this bullshit worth it, but then everything has to be a statement. Fuck you being pretty if you weren't saying... What, fuck you? Fuck, just being pretty if you weren't saying anything. Maybe that's why she left me. I just got too boring for her. Maybe she always knew it would fuck up my life and she just didn't care because it's for the art, right? All I want was to be cool. Are we cool yet? Of course. Are we cool yet? No, I'm sorry. We're not cool yet. In my eyes, though. In my eyes. 3126. You are cool. You are the female version of Colossus. The only problem is you cannot move. You cannot move. That does suck. But you don't need to be cool for some ass hats. But you're cool in our books. You're cool in our books.